Pregame.com.
Fourth of July action. We've got the New York Yankees traveling to play Tampa. AL East, this is a showdown. Yankees, they continue to roll despite injuries. You know, you think, okay, now what's going to go wrong? You know, you lose CC and Pettit go on the DL the same day. They're still 7-2 last 9 games. We're taping on Monday, so we don't have the action for Monday and Tuesday heading into Wednesday. But the Yankees, they're getting it done, Brian.
Yeah, they got a pretty good team.
They do have a pretty good team, you know, but you think of all the injuries they've had this year on the pitching, and, you know, you lose 2 starters now for a period of time. You lose the best closer in the game, and they haven't missed a beat. And Tampa's got to be a little bit of a disappointment right now. They're struggling to get runs. They're a solid team. They get good pitching, but they're just not scoring any runs right now. Is this a fixable problem for Tampa, or you think they were overhyped coming in?
It was interesting because Tampa started the year very well, and they played a very tough schedule. In fact, at one point, they played the toughest schedule in baseball, and they still had a very good record. So you're looking at that, and you say, well, this may be the team to beat in the division. Now they start playing the lesser-known teams, and they're starting to struggle. And it's something that has to be a concern for Tampa because they're not a very good hitting team. They've had their injuries also. Evan Longoria, obviously their best hitter, all-around hitter. Jennings came into the season. Really, everybody thought that was a guy that was really going to turn it on, a lot of speed in the lineup. He can't get on base to steal the bases. He's lost all of his power. So they have a lot of questions offensively.
David Price will be pitching in this game for Tampa, and he's coming off a gem in his last start. He went 7 strong innings against Detroit, gave up only 2 runs while striking out 7. However, they had to lift him after the 7th inning. He didn't come out to start the 8th. Tightness in his lower back. You know, said he's going to be fine for his next start, but they lifted him as a precaution. So a little bit of concern there if you're back in Tampa, which I'm not going to be. This is going to be my play. I'm looking at the Yankees here. The Yanks are sending out Phelps, and as we said, you're going to see some pitchers coming in and out of the starting rotation here for the next couple weeks. CC looks like it's only going to be 15 days on the DL, so we should see him right after the All-Star break. But, you know, losing Pettit, that's, you know, going to hurt for a while for sure, and they're going to be looking for an answer to fill these, you know, 4th and 5th spots in the rotation. Phelps is a guy that, you know, they had high hopes on early in years, a good, you know, a decent pitcher. They had to send him back down to the minors to build up his arm strength. He had some problems with arm strength early in the year. He's on a pitch count. Now, is this something, I'm going to take the Yankees. I want to see your take on it. Do you concern yourself when they put a pitcher on a pitch count going into a game?
Well, not at all. I mean, he's actually pitched twice this year for the Yankees in the starting rotation. They lose 4-3 to Kansas City. They lose 4-1 to Tampa Bay. Phelps is a guy who they have a lot of high hopes for. And the bullpen, the Yankees have a very good bullpen. They've got veteran guys in long relief also. So I don't see that being a problem here, especially when you're playing a Tampa Bay team who's not going to put up a lot of runs on the board. You know, you like the Yankees. I like the Yankees here too. The Yankees are now 15-3 their last 18 road games, and I believe we talked about this on a video. I don't know if it was last week or the week before. Tampa Bay started the year really strong at home. Now they have lost 17 of their last 26 games at home. They don't have a big home field advantage anyway. I don't know if you've ever been to that stadium.
I have not.
It's, number one, it's a dome, and most domes don't carry the same excitement as a normal outdoor stadium. And it's a dome that's an old dome, and even the Tampa Bay fans aren't really into it. Even when Tampa was really good, they didn't get the turnouts to their games, similar to, you know, Miami. Miami's won the World Series in the past, and they couldn't even sell out their games. So I think it's a Southern Florida thing. I always thought it was a good idea to have teams in Arizona, have teams in Florida, because you play spring training games there. But you're getting a lot of the retired folks that came from other places, so it takes a while for them. You know, my parents are down in Orlando. Cleveland Indians fans their entire life. Then after a while, he says, okay, well, now we're rooting for Tampa. Well, it took a while. And I think that's a problem that they do have down there.
Well, Tampa, as we've alluded to, they are having problems scoring runs. 5 of their last 7 games, 3 runs or less. 2 or less in 4 of the 5 games. So, I mean, it's really been a struggle. In the first video we talked about the Dodgers and their problems. You know, really Tampa Bay's not been that much better. Tampa overall, last 12 games, just 3-9. So a team that's not playing well, and they're going to be a little bit, I think, overpriced. You're never going to see the Yankees, that often where you say, hey, I think there's some value taking the Yankees right now. But I think this is one of those times because I think people are going to look at Tampa with some of the big name pitchers, and definitely Price is one of their, their big guns. And the Yankees throw in a lesser pitcher like this with Phelps. I actually like it. We always talk about pitchers first time around the league and different things like that. They have the advantage, and as we both agree, they've got a lot of high hopes for this kid. So I'm going to take him at a price here, against Price, use a little pun there. So we're going to take the Yankees on 4th of July. Hopefully we'll have some fireworks from the Yankee bats, and I'm going to make the Yankees my play, just a regular play, not a best bet, but take the Yankees. We're projecting the line to be 130, 135. As long as I'm getting plus money on the Yankees, I'm happy here. So we're going to go take the Yankees for my free pick. Brian and I is going to be right back. We're doing a third video today. We're going to look at a game on Thursday, Philadelphia and the New York Mets. Couple all-star pitchers in this one. We'll talk about it. Hamels and Dickey up next.